February marks the beginning of Black History Month. Throughout the month, we will be exploring the diverse ways Black people have contributed through work, including agriculture, entrepreneurship, organized labor, and community building. The theme for Black History Month this year is African Americans and labor, focusing on the significant role Black labor has played in shaping the United States throughout history. This includes both skilled and unskilled work, voluntary and involuntary labor. The theme aims to highlight the central role of labor in the Black American experience and its impact on society. Our first feature in the series is about a retired educator and Lake Charles native who taught at one of the famous Rosenwald Schools. The schools were built by Tuskegee Institute's Booker T. Washington and philanthropist Julius Rosenwald to educate African American children across the South. By 1928, 1/3 of the South's rural Black school children and teachers were served by Rosenwald Schools. KPLC's Brendan Brown finds out what life was like from an English teacher's perspective.
Philanthropist Julius Rosenwald partnered with African-American educator and activist Booker T. Washington to fund schools for African Americans back in the early 1900s to improve education in the South. In Louisiana, there were over 300 Rosenwald schools built from 1912 to 1932. Today, it's just over 60 still standing. Beauregard Parish Training School was the first African-American related structure to be listed on the National Register of Historic Places in March of 1996. Carolyn Johnson taught at Tensas Rosenwald School when she moved to North Louisiana.
My husband and I met at Rosenwald. And when we married, we came home, free at last. We came home. My working at Rosenwald was very good. The principal was a graduate of Southern, and his wife taught music. So I felt comfortable there.
Johnson, a Lake Charles native, was an English educator throughout Louisiana for 37 years.
One thing that inspired me, I didn't have a house, so I lived with my parents as I worked and taught school. But then along came this young man to whom I married. He has passed now. But at that time, except for doctors, there was nothing else a Black person could really do besides teach school.
She says prior to moving to North Louisiana, she had never seen cotton.
The strangest thing to me, I really traveled from Lake Charles to North Louisiana, was when the bell rang, and I'm thinking it's for lunch. And it wasn't for lunch. The kids left to go pick cotton. All of them, they had to do that. To be honest, I was appalled.
In Southwest Louisiana, there were about 18 Rosenwald schools built, with 7 in Calcasieu Parish. Brendan Brown, 7 News.
The Rosenwald Fund wasn't only for schools. It also provided grants towards building Black teachers' homes for those who taught in rural areas. Now over to Kansas City, where a new exhibit is highlighting Black Americans who paved the way in flight